Hi guys and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanna talk about the favoritism of certain members of groups by their companies and more. I wanna start off with Mia from Everglow. Mia has been getting the most lines while some of her other members get such less lines and screen time. People online started hating on Mia for this, but don't forget that Mia didn't have a say in this. The producer of the song and music video, and most important, the company is behind this. Mia getting more lines than the others could be seen as her being the main vocalist, and her getting her own little dance break in the music video could be because she is the main dancer. I do agree with the fact that their line distribution could be more fair to the other members like Yaran, who only said dun dun in that song, and Onda getting almost no lines. Please don't hate on Mia. It's not her fault. Onda used to get more lines in their debut song Bon Bon Chocolate, and that line distribution was more fair to her while it wasn't as fair to some other members. In every title track Mia gets about 40 to even over 100 seconds of lines, and that compared to her other members who sometimes get 3 seconds of lines is crazy, but that doesn't give you the reason to blame her since she isn't the one behind this.
순식간에 잡해 내 숨을 턱 막히게 해 말투는 cool 나의 몸짓은 hot like Baby no lie lie baby no lie baby no lie lie baby no lie 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 baby no lie baby no lie lie baby no lie To my ladies 우리 주목해 이 리듬에 맞춰 Salute to my ladies
Their company should change a few things at how they distribute the line and screen time. For example, like what JYP did with Yeji in ITZY's recent comeback Wannabe. While Yeji had the most lines in the song, she got the least screen time, which is more balanced. Then give someone the most lines and most screen time. Next up is Jennie from Blackpink. So a lot of people have been saying that Jennie gets a better treatment than her members. If it's about the way Jennie gets a lot of photo shoots and all, then it's not necessarily YG. If a brand wants that specific idol to do a photoshoot with them, they decided because at the end of the day, they pay YG for letting Jennie be in their new campaign. The brand picks the model they want because they are the ones then paying YG for it. So if these brands want Jennie, YG is not gonna send them someone else since he or she is getting paid a lot of money for letting Jennie be in the campaign. So I don't think YG has a say in this. This isn't Jennie's fault too. I saw some solo stans hating on Jennie because she does too much photo shoots compared with her members, but she just works and does what the company says. If YG gets a request by a brand that wants Jennie to be in their new campaign, of course he will send Jennie. This doesn't mean that I'm okay with the situation at how the others are being looked over at sometimes though. Jennie had her solo debut and it was promised last year that every member of Blackpink would get their solo, and it's been a year and we're still waiting for Rosa's solo. I wish all members would get their solo, but I doubt that will happen. I also wish Rosa could a few more photo shoots, cause last year she almost got none. Like, she is a goddess. Who wouldn't want her to be a model for their brand? Rosa is a literal goddess. This doesn't give anyone the reason to hate on Jennie though. Like I've mentioned before, Jennie just does her work. Like, what's wrong with that? What I've seen too is that people call Jennie YG's princess for all these reasons and because she apparently gets the most expensive clothes, but I couldn't find anything that said that was true or was backed up with facts and proof. Cause I saw a photoshoot where other members were wearing more expensive clothes than Jennie, so maybe that changes and depends on the photoshoot. I don't even care about the price of her clothes. If Jennie finds something pretty in a store, if she goes shopping for herself, not her stylist shopping for her, let Jennie wear whatever she wants. And the other members of Blackpink too. If they wanna buy some Gucci or Chanel, let them buy it, but if they wanna buy clothes from Forever 21 or H&M, then let them do that too. Girl group idol often gets called Soyeon and Friends because there seems to be favoritism towards Soyeon and not so much towards the other members, just like Everglow recently got called Mia and Friends. Soyeon is the one that produces and even writes some songs for Idol, and that is one of the reasons why people think she gets more than her members because she can and others can't, but that's not true. Minnie and Yuki are now participating in writing and producing too. This has nothing to do with being the most popular member at all, because then Yuki would be mentioned, since from what I've seen and heard, she is the most popular member. From what I've heard, Soyeon even has another contract with Cube than her members, which allows her more freedom. Soyeon debuted solo before she was in Idol, and that makes her have a solo, and then she also had a song with Chungha, Seulgi and Sinbi, and then she also has a song called Pop Star with Madison Beer, Jera Burns and her fellow member Miyeon. For me personally, I don't think Idol is Soyeon and friends. Maybe they were when they debuted back in 2018, but now that Minnie and Yuki also get to produce and write, I don't think so. Idol doesn't have the same bad line distribution Everglow has for their title tracks, at least. Every group has bad and good line distribution, but Everglow's line distribution is just not fair. Idol has pretty fair line distribution for their title tracks, but for some of their side tracks, Shuhua doesn't get enough lines too. I just don't think that Idol is Soyeon and friends at all. Now some other companies prefer their boy groups over their girl groups. For example, YG Entertainment. Winner is a boy group who debuted in 2013 and are having their third full album, which is coming out soon. A whole 12 tracks are on it, and they have had some mini albums and singles too, while Blackpink, who debuted in 2016, only have 12 tracks to their name, so this Winner album has the same amount of songs that Blackpink has in general. This obviously isn't hate towards Winner because it's not their fault. It's YG. I'm glad Winner gets full albums and more songs, but I just want Blackpink to also get full albums and more songs. Just like iKON, a group who debuted in 2015, so a year before Blackpink, has more songs than Blackpink. iKON came back with their third mini album in January, but they have already had a few full albums too. And they have loads of music videos. I hope that YG will finally change and give their female groups and artists more comebacks and just a better treatment in general. I hope for a better treatment for Blackpink, that they can finally have their first full album, because it's been 84 years now. More companies give some groups a special treatment than their others, or some idols or members from those groups too, but that isn't the fault of the idol. They are just doing their work and following what the company says, but if the company ends up having favorites, don't make it obvious, because the thing is they show it, or make it obvious and give these people a better treatment than their other idols who work their butts off too. Every idol has worked hard to debut, and giving these idols less than some others is just not right. I hope companies can give everyone the same good treatment. If you promise a solo for each member, then give it. Give everyone lines in the songs and let everyone work on their music if they want to. And please do not hate on the idols or members that are getting more lines, or those who are allowed to do more than their members, because it's not their fault at all. These idols are probably wishing for their fellow members to get treated better too. Don't trend hate hashtags against them or ask them to go solo, because that could hurt them. All groups are good friends to even family of each other, and I don't think that the one member who gets more freedom is proud of that and how his or her fellow members are treated. I could go on and on about this topic, but this is where I'm gonna end the video, so I hope you liked it, and I hope these companies start to realize and maybe change their attitude towards some members, because training for years and getting under 10 seconds of lines is just not it. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Awesome screen, awesome camera, long lasting battery life. Awesome screen, awesome camera, awesome screen, awesome camera, awesome screen, awesome camera, awesome screen, awesome camera, awesome camera, awesome screen, awesome camera, long lasting battery life.